Some gravel roads are simply a way from one place to another. This one is a reason to ride. We are near Lodz in central Poland, in the area of Ludwikow and Lesne Odpadki. The surface is hard-packed and surprisingly smooth, so the bike carries speed with almost no effort. I am keeping the pace controlled because this clip was recorded handheld. Even at around 25 km per hour, the character of the CFR-707 is obvious. It accelerates quickly, holds a clean line, and responds instantly when the road changes direction. The steering feels precise without becoming nervous, and the 44mm tubeless tyres take the sharp edge off the smaller bumps. On the smoothest sections, speeds around 40 km per hour feel natural rather than forced. That combination of speed, comfort and agility is exactly what I wanted from this build. This is one of those rare roads that makes you turn around and ride it again. This is the bike behind that ride, my 2026 Carbonda CFR-707 in size extra small. I call it per Aspera. The frame was ordered directly from Carbonda and finished in a custom glossy paint scheme, RAL 5005 Signal Blue and RAL 9016 Traffic White. I prepared the color concept myself, and Carbonda reproduced it with a sharp, hard-cut transition and the per Aspera lettering on the top tube. The complete Frameset package cost $1,066 US. That included the carbon frame and fork, 2 headset options, both thru-axles, the custom paint, shipping, and the payment fees. The frame uses T700 and T800 carbon, a threaded BSA bottom bracket, internal cable routing, and a UDH derailleur hanger. Carbonda supplied a seat post, but I replaced it with a BBB fly post carbon post. The fitted post weighs 212 grams and supports a specialized power expert with mirror saddle in 130mm. This was selected for comfort and support, not just appearance. The wheels are Dandy Horse GR30 carbon wheels, built around DT Swiss 350 straight pull hubs with a 36-tooth ratchet. The hooked rims have a 27mm internal width, and the complete wheel set weighs 1,480 grams. They are fitted with 44mm Tufo Thundero HD tyres, set up tubeless with orange seal. The drivetrain and brakes were transferred from my previous bike. It is a Shimano GRX 2x10 system with a 4630 crankset, 165mm crank arms, and an 11-34 cassette. The brakes are hydraulic GRX RX400 calipers with 160mm rotors. It is not the latest fashionable setup, but it is reliable, easy to maintain, and well matched to the riding I actually do. Before this bike, I rode a Tabu Gravo 3.0 in size medium. The problem was simple. The frame was too large for me. After a professional idmatch bike fit, the recommendation was to move to size extra small. The fit coordinates were then transferred to the Carbonda. A saddle height of 661mm, a setback of 163mm, and a 51mm drop to the cockpit. The fork steerer was deliberately left long for the first test rides. That gives the bike a large spacer stack at the moment, but this is intentional. Cutting a carbon steerer is permanent. Testing the position first is not indecision, it is basic common sense. This is only my second proper ride on the bike, so I want real-world feedback before choosing the final height. The paint is one of the most personal parts of the build. I made the original mock-up myself, choosing the blue and white layout and the exact position of the lettering. Per Aspera means through hardship, which suits both the project and the process of getting the fit right. The Zefal Shield G50 mudguards were carried over from the Tabu. They work, but the smaller extra small frame changes the available space and the mounting angles. The alignment is therefore not as clean as it was on the previous bike, especially around the rear wheel. I may replace them with a set that fits this frame more naturally. They are practical, but aesthetics do matter when the rest of the build is this tidy. At the front, I currently use the C3 headset with conventional cable routing. This makes the bike easier to service and avoids forcing the mechanical hoses and cables through a fully integrated cockpit. The frame also came with the C2 and FSAACR parts, which I kept as spares. The current arrangement may not look as seamless as a completely hidden system, but it is accessible, proven, and sensible for this version of the bike. The complete bike weighs 10.1 kilograms in real riding configuration. That figure includes the pedals, 2 accessory mounts, the bell, both bottle cages, the special rear axle, and the Keredu hitch adapter. It does not include the bags or mudguards. With the removable accessories stripped away, the bike is approximately 9.7 kilograms. Compared with the upgraded Taboo, using the same main components, the Frameset swap saved about 1 kilogram. Compared with the original stock Taboo, the whole development path saved about 2 kilograms. More important than the number on the scale is where the difference can be felt. The bike responds faster when I accelerate, changes direction with less effort, and carries speed extremely well on hard-packed gravel. The steering is quick but not unstable. The 44mm tyres provide useful cushioning and grip, while the fit keeps the position sporty without making longer rides uncomfortable. These are still early impressions, but the improvement over the previous frame is already obvious. The current 2x10 drivetrain will stay for now. In the future, the UDH frame gives me the option of moving to a 1x12 or even a 1x13 electronic system. A wide-range cassette around 40 or 42 teeth would be enough for the terrain I usually ride. That change could simplify the drivetrain and remove some weight, but there is no reason to replace a system that currently works well. This rear axle is a Robert Axle Project Kid Through model. It allows me to connect a Kerry-Do Sport Rex child trailer without improvising around a carbon frame. That detail matters because this bike was never intended to be a fragile weight weenie project. It still has to handle normal rides, luggage, bad weather and family duties. The Cockpit uses a 420mm Pro Discover Ergo handlebar with a short 67mm reach and a 75mm aluminium stem. The 3.2mm Lizard Skins tape adds useful cushioning. I also use 2 Elite bottle cages, a Garmin Edge Explorer, an out-front mount for the computer and camera, a second light mount, and a Nog Oi Lux bell fitted upside down to keep the cockpit clean. I also have Carbonda's CGB02 integrated cockpit in 90 by 420mm, but it is not installed. I am keeping it for a possible future electronic drivetrain and fully integrated routing. For the current mechanical GRX setup, the conventional cockpit is easier to adjust and maintain. So this is the Carbonda CFR-707 per Aspera, a custom carbon gravel bike built around a professional fit rather than a catalogue size. It is about 1 kilogram lighter than the upgraded Taboo, but the real gain is not just weight. It accelerates harder, turns more naturally, and remains comfortable on the kind of mixed roads I ride near Lodz. It is fast, practical, trailer-ready, and still open to future upgrades. The specification explains the bike. The road explains why I built it. This is central Poland near Lodz, and on a day like this, it is difficult not to stop and look. Golden oat fields, old trees, a narrow farm track, and a sky that keeps changing with every minute. Now let us ride it. I'm keeping the speed under control because the camera is handheld, but this road immediately shows another side of the bike. The surface is narrower, looser, and less predictable than the forest section. Some parts are rough, with deep tracks and sudden changes in grip. The CFR-707 stays composed, responds quickly to small steering inputs, and never feels heavy when I need to change line. Then the road opens again. The bike accelerates almost instantly, and the 44mm tubeless tyres provide enough comfort to keep the pace without fighting every imperfection. I did not have a GoPro with me, and this was only one of my first rides on the new bike. I recorded it anyway because some rides are worth preserving precisely as they happen. No production crew, no perfect setup, just a new bike and a road that makes you smile. This is why I ride gravel. Speed, freedom and roads like this, just outside Łódź.